Global Positioning System (GPS). GPS stands for Global Positioning System. GPS is a satellite navigation system used to determine the ground position of an object. GPS technology was first used by the United States military in 1960s and expanded to civilian use over the next few decades. Today, GPS receivers are included in many commercial products such as altimeter, automobiles, smartphones, exercise watches, and GPS devices. The GPS system includes 24 satellites deployed in space but 1,200 miles above the Earth's surface. They orbit the Earth once every 12 hours at an extremely fast pace of roughly 700 miles per hour. The satellites are eventually spread out so that 4 satellites are accessible via direct line of sight from anywhere on the globe. A GPS satellite broadcasts a message that includes satellite current position, orbit, and exact time. A GPS receiver combines the broadcasts from multiple satellites to calculate its exact position using a process called triangulation. 3 satellites are required in order to determine a receiver's location through a connection to 4 satellites is ideal since it provides greater accuracy. In order for a GPS device to work correctly, it must first establish a connection to the required number of satellites. This process can take anywhere from a few seconds to a few minutes, depending upon the strength of the receiver. A GPS center will typically establish a GPS connection faster than the receiver in a watch. Most GPS devices also use some type of location catching to speed up GPS detection. Global Positioning System (GPS). Down button, internal GPS antenna, page button, power button, ready to navigate, LCD display, waterproof hose. Bonnet note. This is a portion related to ethology, but still we are going to learn them together. Bonnet macaque. Bonnet macaque is a grayish brown black and a well-defined circular cap. A tail is 2 to 3rd length of the body. The average body mass for this ranges from 2.5 to 8 kg. The ear and face of the bonnet macaque lacks hair. Kingdom Animalia, phylum Chordata, Mammalia, Primata, Macaque radiata. Habitat. Bonnet macaque prefer elevation up to 200 meters. The species found in both evergreen and wet deciduous forests. The bonnet macaque is endemic to South India. Its distribution is limited by Indian Ocean on 3 sides, and bonnet macaque also live near urban areas and members of organized groups of both sexes and all ages. It means that there is an alpha male who is most dominant male of the two, followed by a beta male and a gamma male, and so according to their dominant similarity for female also there is an alpha female, beta female, and gamma female. So the male and female hierarchies are different and non-overlapping and non-mixing type. Usually female are dominant over male, but this is not always so. The female have a stable dominant hierarchy which changes very rarely, while dominance hierarchy of female is very dynamic. There is always a chance of the high rank in her primates, which results into the highest reproductive benefit. High rank individuals has first access to breeding females. Females are receptive only during a few months in a year, and so this results into competition. But where females are this in the ranks which have been established by aggressive encounters coming into play. Bonnet macaque has a very wide range of gestures and behaviors which can be easily differentiated. Lip is one of the most common and relatable behavior. That is, an individual may open or close the mouth in rapid succession, and tongue is between the teeth and lips pressing against each other, producing an audible sound. On reproduction, the gestation period lasts for 165 days. Bonnet macaque gives birth to single offspring. The younger one weigh about 400 grams at birth, and the bonnet macaque to more than 300 years. Ecology. Bonnet macaque is a frugivorous species. This species also eats insects and crops. The bonnet macaque is a diurnal, arboreal, and terrestrial group. Size ranges 30 to 80 individuals. They search the ground for insects and flying grasshoppers. Adult males spend most of the time in the ground. Social behavior. Bonnet macaque has a two multi-male social system. The species has two species mating system. Female remain in their natural group with the onset of relative, but females will disperse shortly after adolescence. There is a hierarchical system among group members based upon observation. Observation was made as many as 20 to 30 animals found feeding on the ground and in the trees. They feed on fruits, nuts, seeds, flowers, cereals, etc. They are social and highly leading for gestures, which a subordinate shows to a dominant individual forming aggressive encounters. When they are approached by non-group organism, the greeting is done by dominant individuals. Subordinate individuals is part of morning greeting ceremony between males. Conclusion: bonnet macaque usually live in social groups. They are quite comparable to the other macaque troop, move together at daytime and sleep close to one another in clumps in one or other two more trees. However, closer observation in detail of their social organization configuration vary considerably during 24 hours daily scale. Sleeping in clusters are usually sexually segregated. The growing males associate with older males, while the females of all ages sleep together only in front. Males sleep with female on regular basis. The resting often involve the higher grooming and other behaviors. In the meantime, the infant, juvenile, female and male play age distribution is prevalent during daytime individuals' activities. Foraging behavior of ants. Foraging is the searching for wild food resources. It affects an animal's fitness because it plays an important role in an animal's ability to survive and reproduce. Foraging: there is a branch of behavioral ecology that studies the foraging behavior of animal in response to environment where animal lives. Among social insects, foraging behavior serves as a principal link in translation between individual level performance and colony level forces. Ant is a highly systematic process to scratch the ground in search of food and collection process, composed of activities of individual as well as behaviorally integrated group. A larger nest entrance in either a random or consistent direction. In some points during larval phase, forage shows a high frequency of learning, making, beginning and searching. During search, food reserves are encountered and selected depending on an animal and species and size, density or quality of food. The forage may communicate information to next male about its location and route. Additional forager pheromones play an important role in it. A colony forms a trail when successful. Forager is also caused by physical content. Pheromones trail gain in strength as more and more colors adding pheromones to it, so providing positive feedback. The fruit decays when food reservoir because forages remain from reinforcing it on their limb and emitting pheromones evaporate, so providing negative feedback. Behavioral reaction to moisture and light. To study the behavioral reactions to moisture and light using isopods principle, animals respond to external factors, environments, either by making changes in their position or through their behavioral patterns. Materials required: live isopods, glass boats, paper towel, wax coated paper, aluminium foil, etc. Isopods are terrestrial crustaceans, often called as pillbugs, sawbugs, etc. While most crustaceans are aquatic isopods that establish themselves in land, their survival on land depends on a very moist habitat, and terrestrial isopods are usually found in very moist places such as underside of stones, rotting logs, leaf molds, etc. So procedure: reaction to moisture. Prepare 2 glass bowls by putting a 3-inch square of moistened paper towel into a bowl and identical unmoistened square into other. Take 10 isopods from the stock container and introduce 5 of them into each bowl. Cover each bowl with a box to exclude the possibility of light acting as a stimulus or activity in each bowl. Place 2 pieces of paper towel to the bottom of a pan. Separate it in the middle and over top by a 2-inch strip by wax coated paper. Then secure the wax paper with tape. Moist one of the piece of paper towel with the distilled water and leave the other to dry. Introduce 10 isopods into waxed paper strips and cover the pan with aluminum foil. After 10 minutes, remove the foil and observe the position and activity of the isopods. They move towards moisture. Reaction to light. Arrange a similar experiment setup as above and place a dry place towel inside. separated by a slip of waxed paper. Introduce isopods and cover the pan in the way that half of in the dark, other half in the light. After 10 minutes, observe the isopods. Response of isopods. They move away from the light, hence they are negatively phototropic.